Okay, hi, this is Mike with Natural Awakenings magazine. Welcome to another in our series of COVID-related videos. This morning, we have Dr. Mary Washington and Chris Bautista, who is a nutritional health coordinator. Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you two?
We're doing good. I'm doing good. How you doing, Chris?
I'm surviving.
Surviving, okay. Well,
Okay.
I always ask because really it's a polite thing to do, but Cindy and I are very isolated up here in the cabin, Natural Awakenings headquarters out in the woods. And so there's the isolation and there's the viewing all of this stuff kind of remotely, which makes it a little unreal. But then people like you all are right there in the trenches all day, every day. So, Dr. Washington, tell me about your practice and what you do to help people stay healthy, become more healthy.
So my profession, actually, I'm a nephrologist by specialty, internal medicine and nephrologist. And in the last 4 years, I've branched out of my nephrology group, my traditional nephrology group, and set up my clinic called Reversing Medical Disease. So what I have done is cultivated all of my skills as a nephrologist, my love for a healthy lifestyle, cooking, exercising, and pretty much use that to hone in helping my clients reverse literally their kidney failure. And if you've been successful in the people who literally follow the instructions. So basically people who have chronic kidney disease, like 20% functioning to 50% functioning, high blood pressure, diabetes. I literally go into detail about their lifestyle, what's in their kitchen, their pantry, how they prepare their food, where they go grocery shopping, and then give lectures and cooking demonstrations on literally how to prepare their food healthier. My focus mostly is on plant-based diet because there's no studies that shows that eating animals will cure their diabetes or hypertension. At least not the processed animals we have in our grocery stores. But there's loads of evidence that shows that eating a balanced whole plant-based meal has reversed diabetes, hypercholesterolemia, and with that being said, kidney disease. And in this journey, I never knew that that data existed because I was trained professionally as using medications. But since I stepped out, there's a plethora of evidence that's been out there all while I was being trained to prescribe medications. So that's what I've done in the last part of my career. If I want to make a difference, I need to really make a difference.
Okay. Chris, tell us a little bit about what you do.
Okay, well, I currently work with Dr. Washington. I am her nutritional coordinator. I just started working with her before this whole COVID-19 scare began. But before that, I was working with a gastroenterologist. I worked with her for 8 years. And during those 8 years, I obtained my bachelor's degree in nutritional sciences. But I wanted, the doctor that I was working for was doing more holistic medicine, but she was also using supplements, natural supplements to treat her patients. And I wanted to lean more towards the, patients using more food to cure their diseases and their health. Just like Dr. Washington said, kind of reverse their diseases. It's not an easy process. It's hard. It's challenging, but people who do, and I've seen patients who do follow the proper protocols, they are able to decrease the magnitude of their diseases or even get better or even heal. So, and that's what we're towards.
Okay, that's great. Dr. Washington, when we spoke earlier about, how are you doing things different now during the COVID crisis, and you just sort of laughed and, well, you know, I'm still in business. I'm still doing everything that I've been doing. We're physicians, but
Yes, yes.
there must have been a few changes that you have had to make.
Oh, yes,
So tell us
yes.
about you know, how this is affecting your practice and how you operate.
Well, from the traditional nephrology standpoint, it hasn't changed too much. I mean, we're always in the trenches when it comes to any kind of hurricanes or these type of crisis. So for the dialysis patients in the hospital, using PPOs and wearing these masks, that's kind of like our standard of care. Unfortunately, our patients in the dialysis unit are the most vulnerable of getting the COVID, and they have. It's just a matter of time before it increased. We have a couple already, 3 or 4 already. And what they've done in the unit is that when they become positive, then we take those patients and move them to a separate dialysis shift so they're not exposing the rest of the patients. So it's scary for them, but they they depend on us to keep them safe. So that's why I wear those masks so I can keep them safe. As far as, and then the hospitals, like I said, still have to, do the same PPO precautions. So what they've done differently is taking our temperature before we enter the building. That's about the only thing. That's mostly for people going into the lobby or into the hospitals. Again, as physicians, if I have a fever, I don't even walk into the office if I have a fever. So, so that's standard. For the other half, the newer clinic, the one that I'm most passionate about and Chris is passionate about, we had to make some modifications because the heart of the reversing medical disease program, as Chris mentioned, is that we're using food as medicine. And we love food. Food,
We all do.
we all love food. But guess what? When it's actually healthy food is even better. And the heart of our program was given cooking classes where we can literally, where we were literally preparing sample recipes based on our theme. Like we did one for Thanksgiving. So I wanted to show the clients how they can prepare typical traditional meals, a few dishes without having to use unhealthy products. So we didn't use anything with turkey meat, dairy products. We picked a few dishes just to help the clients along the way. I know they're not going to make a complete change right away. Like Chris says, it's hard to break habits, but at least to show them there's other options. We did one in January, bring it in the new year. And New Year was the tradition of black-eyed peas and cabbage.
Yes.
So did something like that, all right? This month, April, we were going to do spring into the new season with local springs, but we are now under COVID quarantine, so we can't do that. So that's the fun part. We also do didactic lectures, though, Mr. Hart. Chronic kidney disease, hypertension, how to manage calcium stones, talk about salt. So that still we can do. And we've changed our platform to offer online services, virtual like we're doing right now. We also do telephone for those of our clients who do not have all the technology. We have quite a few elderly clients that don't have all the smartphones and laptops. And the office is still open. The waiting room, the chairs have been removed and they're 6 feet spread apart. We have someone sitting outside the door with a table ready to zap you, check your temperature before you allowed in, and to wear a mask. And that's what and also in this office suite that I'm in, I share it with 3 other physicians that still practice traditional nephrology. So I do want to make one point though. We're not primary care doctors. So we don't typically see people with fevers and chills and coughing. We're specialists. So our waiting room is not normally filled with people like you will see in a primary care doctor's office, right, Chris? Like, We don't see those. We don't see those kind of people. They need to go straight to the emergency room or to their primary care doctor. We
Yeah.
actually are referral based. So we see you because of the kidney disease or the high blood pressure or kidney stones. And then for me, I see you for those same things. But the difference is that I'm going to teach you how to use food, how to prepare your food, where to go shopping, how to do that. And we're still modifying on the way because this is new to all of us. I'm very, I think I'm pretty creative. So we're modifying how we're going to do our didactics, how we're going to do our lectures, still make them exciting. And people eat with their eyes.
It's true.
Too bad you can't taste it and smell it because that makes all the difference in the world. That makes all the difference in the world, but it is what it is.
Okay. Well, we will look forward to possibly seeing some of your online classes. But like you said, everything is up in the air and everything is changing. So it's really hard to say what is going to happen because something else may happen. Before we go, Chris, was there anything that you wanted to add?
We are hoping that all this ends soon, so Dr. Washington and I can go work on our patients and help our community reverse their diseases and give them the proper tools and educating them on how to eat correctly. A lot of people say, oh, you just have to eat healthy, and the first thing they think is obviously veggies and fruits. But some patients or some people don't know how to prepare them, where to get them from. Like Dr. Washington says, the quality of the food. So we're hoping all this ends soon so we can get back on track.
Right.
Okay. I guess last
I
thing.
can say one thing about the COVID though.
Yes. Go ahead.
I have one thing about the COVID. I think COVID is teaching people how to be together again. You're quarantined. I've seen more people exercise than I have in a long time. Hello, that's vitamin D.
Yeah.
You don't need a meal. I've seen more people move. Hello, normally they're at work sitting in front of a computer. So there's always a silver lining in every horror story. So COVID-19 has made people come together, have made people prepare more of their meals at home. Chris and I still have to teach them what to buy because people do not read labels. They think because it says natural orange juice, but is in a carton. Whereas Chris and I is trying to say, go buy your own oranges and make your orange juice. See, that's just an example of what we try to say. So more home cooking, being together, exercising.
Okay. Well, I think those are some great tips for living in these times that, we have to think about doing them and then we have to actually do them. But those are some great tips. So you all take care, be safe, and we'll touch base again soon. Bye, y'all.
Okay. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.